Once upon a time, there was an Estonian man named Alef. He was fishing on the dock, enjoying the sweet smell of the salty Baltic air blow into his face. He could hear his fellow fishermen laughing at what he could only guess. They came to him, one by one, tricking him into giving his fish away when he wasn't outsmarted by the fish itself. "That rock cod'll turn to stone," a fellow fisherman said. "I'll trade you for a worm so you can try again." Alef fell for it, just like every other time, and walked away feeling grateful for having such caring friends. That night, Alef went home to his wife Kaya. Kaya was beautiful and intelligent. She was sold off to Alef though because she was just a little too woke and feminist for everybody else to handle.
What the hell is wrong with you, Alef? Did those fishermen trick you into giving them your fish again?
Alef dropped his head in embarrassment. He loved her, and he knew she loved him, but by day she could be so harsh with her words. "No, I caught a rock cod," Alef said. "They turned to stone, so Udall traded me a worm so I could try again." Kaya was dumbfounded that he actually fell for that. She looked at him angrily, but she could never be angry for long. Despite his shortcomings, he was a sweet man and always meant well, and most importantly, was always good to her. The next day, a heavy storm descended over the town. Alef, being the only man stupid enough to try and fish, was the sole fisherman out on the docks. He listened to the lightning crash and the rain roar as it poured onto the water around him, all while he stood there calmly fishing. As he walked away after a day's fishing, the storm calmed and the clouds opened to allow the soft afternoon sun through. He saw Udall on the docks, fixing the sail on his small fishing boat. Udall looked at Alef as he walked down the dock toward him, his head swinging low and his bucket empty. "What's the matter, Alef?" "Kaya will be upset with me. I don't have any fish and she tells me how stupid I am," Alef said. "Well, I know who could fix that for you," Udall said. "There's a Dybbuk in the forest. He helps anybody who comes to him. Just follow the trail into the forest." "Well, thanks, Udall." Alef immediately turned around and ran off into the forest. He walked for hours through the darkness, listening to the wolves howl and the wind sing in the branches above his head. He wasn't afraid, though, as he didn't even have the foresight to realize what a terrible idea running through the forest at night was. He finally reached a small, decrepit hovel in the middle of the forest and walked up to the door. He knocked, and out came a disgusting creature with boils and scars crisscrossing its face. It was in the form of a human, but it was no human, as it slithered out of the hovel. Alef, unfazed, immediately said, "I want to be smart." The Dybbuk laughed and said,
"It'll cost you your soul. Is this a price you're willing to pay?"
Alef quickly agreed and turned around off back into the forest without a moment's hesitation. Kaya, on the other hand, had been up for hours worried about Alef. She was in the living room when she finally heard somebody move into the house, and the door slammed shut. She turned around and saw Alef spewing out some nonsense about quantum physics.
Where have you been, Alef? I've been worried sick.
Alef proceeded to tell her. Kaya was furious that he sold his soul. The very next day, she walked to the Dybbuk shack and pounded on the door. The Dybbuk opened the door. She saw the same slimy creature Alef saw, but did not react with disgust, but fury.
You give back my husband's soul now. Who exactly do you think you are?
Kaya said.
"I can't. All sales are final, including that of your husband's."
The Dybbuk responded.
What can I give you? Money? Jewels? I'll get you what you want.
Kaya said.
"I'm no pawn shop nor banker. The only thing that I crave is more souls. The one thing you can't get me."
Kaya stormed off back into the forest.
How can it be for this soulless man? He'll be miserable for the rest of his life.
She thought as she walked through the forest. She finally arrived at her hovel and saw Alef standing over the wood-burning stove cooking something that smelt wonderful, with a basket full of freshly caught fish and freshly picked herbs and vegetables.
Where'd you get these?
Kaya said. "I found them. They're not hard to find if you know where to look," Alef said, feeling proud. Alef's newfound intelligence quickly spread through town, and villagers began getting rich off the great ideas that Alef offered freely to the townsfolk. Kaya was upset by this.
You shouldn't be giving these people all these ideas for free, especially to those that once laughed behind your back.
Alef responded with, "Kaya, happiness does not come from great ideas or intelligence, but a willingness to help. Grief does not come from not being able to help, so not helping, but being able to help and deciding not to." Kaya realized he was right, that all along the happiness that she so desired from her husband that was so unintelligent that he would return fishless every day, then to her husband that was so intelligent that he helped others constantly with great ideas. He was the one that realized that happiness and healthiness comes from one's actions. She thought about the day in the forest when she thought Aleph would be miserable for selling his soul, and almost laughed.